it feels brittle to me. I mean, you know, mga gitarista kayo, you know what I'm talking about. Na it sounds one way, but yung talas minsan nararamdaman, you know, you get the feeling na pati yung strings mo ang talas. Yung parang feeling mo natataga ka rin. It's one of those psychological things. Now, if you add the compression, I'm gonna turn it all the way up. It feels smoother. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can feel it while I'm holding the guitar. Oh, and generally when I try to look for a distortion sound, I don't like a lot of treble. And some people like that. I really don't. So I turn down the treble as much as I can. Because from my experience, if you have a lot of treble with your guitar, you're going to end up more or less approximating the frequency range of cymbals, of the drums, of the cymbals. Eh. And then before you know it, you're playing the gig and you don't know what's going on anymore. You don't know if it's you playing the, you know, up high on the strings or if you're hearing actually the drummer's cymbal attack. So when I look for a guitar sound, I really try to my best to listen to the drums, to listen to the bass, and look for my sound in between somewhere. Because, you know, basically, yun naman yung role mo eh. Especially since the drum kit covers all frequencies in modern music. But basically, the drum kit covers all the frequencies. So you really have to look for a spot. As a guitar player, hanapin mo yung pwesto mo. In my opinion, when you have a distortion pedal and you're trying to emulate early Metallica, yung naka-scoop, live, generally it tends not to work. Because when you scoop it, ang nangyayari is, nagiging katunog mo, you begin to share exactly the same frequencies as the drum kit. And the reason why Metallica can get away with that is because you're hearing the recording. And when they play live, they don't just have a pedal and set an EQ to, you know, to scoop. Of course, binalik na nila yung mid-range in their sound now, but one of the preconceptions before, one of the misconceptions was yun lang yung gagawin nila. Without considering the fact that when Metallica travels, they carry a lot of outboard gear, so nagko-compensate yan. So, you know, what we hear on record, what we hear live, is not just the guitar player and his rig. We're also hearing the processing provided by their sound engineer. And I really wish more kids were here because then they'd understand. Then they, you know, then they wouldn't complain. Bakit hindi tunog Metallica itong metal pedal na to? Alam mo, iho. Okay. Enough with the demonyo. Now we go to Liquid Blues. It's called Liquid Blues because ideally it's for blues rock. So it offers lower gain. This for me is a nice basic overdriven tone. If I'm looking for a distortion pedal or an overdrive pedal, I would start with, I would say this would be my reference point more or less. Kung metal ka tulad ni Joey Dizon, I'm not really sure if this pedal will work for Joey's style of music. But then again, I'm not him eh. That's another thing that has to be remembered eh. I mean, the equipment is only half the equation. I mean, how does he attack his guitar? I'm saying that it might not work because I'm basing it on how I attack the guitar. So what I'm trying to say is I cannot get a metal sound from this pedal, but someone else might. Based on tuning, based on the guitar configuration, based on the amp that you're using, and all these things. Because I read somewhere in Multiply, someone reviewed the Demonizer and said that it was a terrible pedal for metal. When I tried it to store, it sounded metal to me. But that's because of how I, of how I played it. Maybe the guy, iba yung setup niya. He attacks so he couldn't get that sound out of it. For him, bitin pa to eh. Yung Demonizer. It did not have enough gain. It did not give you that scooped sound. For me, kuha naman. So again, everything is, there's really no absolute right or wrong. You really have to make the decision based on how you play and based on what your equipment is. So, for all you know, someone like Joey might be able to get an intolerant sound from yung Liquid Blues. I know I can. Advantage of this pedal, it has a clarity knob, which means that it adds yung dry signal of your guitar. So this is what you get. You can hear nakahalo yung clean sound, the actual clean sound of the guitar. So okay siya.